Right, good morning if there is anyone watching. So this is our first attempt at live stream with commentary. So this is the Hertfordshire v Suffolk Eastern Counties Carpet Bowls League fixture. Your comms team today for this match is made up of myself, Pete Cook, and I'm joined by Neil Jolly from Suffolk.
Good morning, everybody. This should be a really exciting day of bowls, and hopefully, from Suffolk and Hertfordshire perspective, a close match, but we'll see how it plays out.
So Neil's deserted me already. He's gone off to get his glasses, so that's a good start. And speaking of good starts, Suffolk have made one here as they have a couple quite close to the jack. So if you haven't already worked it out, Hertfordshire are bowling black today and Suffolk are bowling brown. Looks decent coming in from Andy. Yeah, very good. A strong start here from Suffolk.
Yeah, this rink was one of our top performing rinks at Potters, so they've bowled together for a few games now, so they know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And certainly a strong rink if you've got Andy Gilder at 2.
Yep, most definitely. Mickey's missed the target wide there, trying to play up some of those short blacks.
I think from a Suffolk perspective, you always just want to go damage limitation for the first few ends, just to get used to the mats. But as you said, Pete, this is a solid start.
I think we're in damage limitation already. Now the burning question, Neil, is what do you think of Craig's shorts and his legs?
Well, bearing in mind that he knew the cameras were going to be on today, I think trousers is a strong recommendation. But it must be serious because he's already halfway up the mat looking at what trouble he's in.
I thought he was going up there to Boulderwood for a second. So let us know if you are watching. We have access to the comments as we're going through, either on Facebook or YouTube. So don't know how many we have watching. I'm assuming it'll be 3,000 or 4,000. Neil, I would have thought.
I thought so by now. Everybody's up, isn't it? It's a Sunday morning. As we said, strong start from Suffolk here, and blocking up quite early as well. I think knowing how good Craig may well be on his own mats.
Good bowl there, finishing a decent spot.
I think Craig will be looking on that outside black on his backhand, just trying to ease that one in or come off of it.
Doesn't look like he's got much else. I can't see if the black on the forehand side would come up past the browns. That looks like it might be what he's trying to play. This carpet does turn quite a bit, so he's probably got a chance at this. Decent effort, just a little wide, and that's
Andy's bowl turned out to be in a good position.
Yeah, indeed.
I think Andy will be looking to do the same again, just try and close that channel down.
Got much shorter.
A lot shorter. Doesn't look too bad.
That looks pretty good. Jack's having a look to see if there's a shot inside or outside. I suppose it has to be one or the other, doesn't it?
Well, there. It's a question of whether he needs to change his hand or not.
Yeah.
Looks like he's still looking forehand, so he must think he can get. He must think he can get through that. Oh, it's in the right way.
Yeah, that's a strong start for Suffolk. I think the trouble Craig probably had there, Neil, with his last bowl on the last end is, again, not wanting to give away any secrets, but the other side of the carpet is pretty straight. So I think he would have probably struggled to get to those blacks to turn them in. Yep, it's a better start from the Hertfordshire team.
So Suffolk's lead bowler here is Tony Stevenson, new to the county team last year, won the Suffolk pairs last year as well. He's come in and done really well. He was part of the winning Suffolk triple last weekend. I know because he beat me.
Everyone loves to see that. Off the front for Hertfordshire is someone who's most definitely not new to the county team. So we've got Dave Smith leading off for Hertfordshire. Very, very experienced, been around the county scene for as long as I can remember, probably 30 plus years, and he's put down a couple of good bowls there to begin with.
Second bowler, obviously for Suffolk, well known to most people, and Suffolk chairman, Andy Gilder. Very consistent player. Let's hope he proves me right on this bowl.
You've gone commentator's curse early here.
Probably going to hit the middle now. It's a bit narrow. You said that side of the mat looks. You said that side of the mat swings, and the other side of the mat they seem to be avoiding.
Yeah, that's pretty much the case. I think you'll see most bowls coming down on the side closest to the spectators here. You'll get lots of good turn. You can get yourself out of trouble, whereas the other side can be a little bit tricky. That looks tight for a Mick. So Mick Cook is second bowler for Hertfordshire, again very, very experienced. When you look at this Hertfordshire team, I mean, it's about as experienced as it can get. Obviously with Jack bowling free and Craig following up a skip, so we'd expect this four to go quite well today.
And that's a new combination as well, isn't it? With Jack, because Jack would normally bowl with Jason.
I don't know whether it was Jason saying he's had enough of Jack or the other way round. Or
probably the other way round, I'd say.
Yeah, most definitely. But the selectors have decided to change that up. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's moved the closest brownwood away, but it's put it into a back position.
Third bowler for Suffolk is Andrew English, new to the county team last year, bowls at my club. Brockley came in as a number 2 and actually did really, really well and soon got moved up to 3 and actually played 3 at the Nationals as well and did really well. And that's at least cut the score down by dropping one in front there.
Yeah, you mentioned the Nationals. I actually played against this Suffolk rink at the Nationals. They performed very well in the game against us, and as you say, Neil, they had a good weekend, didn't they? So that's a good bowl from Jack.
That is good.
Yeah, that's definitely in. Looks like a couple of black, maybe.
Now it'll be interesting to see what this forehand does, because it looks like we're committed to playing the forehand now. As you said, if it hangs, I mean, it's either going to go wide of that black or it's going to turn that black in.
I mean, you're not going to know this because it's the first wood that's come down here, but I wouldn't be surprised if this misses wide because they're going to expect it to turn as much on this hand.
He's certainly gone high.
Oh, look at this for commentating. I mean, it's spectacular, isn't it?
It's like you played here before.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still would have played that exact same bowl, but
in that way.
Just having a little think here what to do. I mean, Craig's certainly not going to want to make the target on the again on the side nearest the spectators any bigger.
You want to probably just come around the top of those 2 blacks, or even just inside them. If you got just inside, it would stop the path of the browns coming in.
Yeah.
said, actually, there looks like a. I mean, that outside black is jack high, so it looks like there's a draw off of that one at least.
I think that's counting, isn't it? I think it does look too. So Jack's got his bowl away. It's looking pretty good if it gets round. That's the, I mean,
yeah, and I think if we're browns here and we've got an inkling that that forehand side is straight, I think we've got to attack the two blacks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's going to move the jack, but at least you may well cut it down to one.
I was going to say you're probably cutting it to one, aren't you? You're probably pushing the one nearest the jack through the gap, and
they'll know that side swings.
And it might, you never know, the brown might even squeeze through there and take the shot.
He's certainly playing a swinging hand. He's just got to be inside Jack's last bowl.
That's tight. Yeah.
You probably see Craig just drawing into these blacks here, just make it difficult for Andy to take a shot out.
I thought so. I mean, don't get me wrong. Andy can. He can get that brown on the other hand, but it has to be a very, very good bowl. And obviously Craig will know that.
Yeah, that's made it very difficult. It might not be counting, but it's made it difficult for.
I think.
Andy's got to be a bit careful.
Again, knowing the carpet, you will get some speed with the turn. So you probably could actually get inside and almost play the shot black and spring the jack. But again. Not easy.
That has to be the line, doesn't it? You've at least got to hit Craig's last bowl to take the closest one out, and then you may well be down to one, with Craig having one bowl left, because it's difficult to see whether that's 2 or 3 at the moment.
Yeah. And the danger, and again, I mentioned the other hand, the danger is as well on that wide side is you chip that black in, and you could even chip that black onto the jack and make that 5 or 6.
With Craig having one bowl, and he's playing forehand as well.
Okay, this is
big risk. Yeah, it's just hanging, isn't it?
Yeah, it does hang.
But that should show them for next time that on future ends, the shots they can and can't play on that hand. Yeah, just keep it. So I guess it's Craig's going to try and probably just come around the top of this, maybe chip the outside black in or get to jack high. Yeah, a bit like that.
Yeah, very good.
That may well be the 3 back.
I think at least. Let's have a look. Jack takes these out. That's 3.
Yeah.
Yep. 3. That levels it up. A decent start from Dave, just past the jack.
And down the straight hand as well, which you would think actually for a lead, that's your hand, isn't it, down that hand? And a good reply.
Yeah.
Less for it to go wrong on a straight hand for a lead. Chuck that one a bit wide.
And again, not that I should be giving away the secrets here, Neil, but the carpet probably, that side probably plays a little bit better coming down this way.
Right. I remember that when I'm playing.
Yeah, well, that's
when I'm playing you.
That's if I'm telling you the truth. Going up the other way, it's where it's most tricky. You get this on good line, good speed, and as you can see with this one, you'll get
back
some
to
turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you play it, you know, anything over the draw and you're struggling to get back. That is too wide.
A bit high.
But what we're doing here is coming up with a cunning plan. As you can see, we've got those 3 blacks grouped lovely. I'd expect Hertfordshire to pick up 5 or 6 on this end when we trail that jack through later on.
That looks like a good track. Question is it there? Might force Mick on the other hand now, as you say. He's got them waiting.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
Up. With a bit more weight, he had that.
Yeah. Those blacks are still in a good position to receive something.
It's a good bowl from Andy there. I think Andy P would have wanted that bowl just to travel just a little bit further to cover the angle for the jack to move. And the trail is still on.
Andy's done a decent job here of blocking both cameras we have up this end.
I think Andy will be asking Andrew English to bowl just a little bit wider and just sit on the top of that triangle of 3 blacks. Take all the danger away. Actually, you can bowl this one a little bit overweight as long as you're probably not much more than half green. A little bit narrow by the looks.
This is going to end up
gone
okay,
through.
I think. Well,
yeah, I think you needed to be just a bit wider on that, and you could have played off the outside black.
I can't tell if that was a little fortunate or unfortunate, because it looked like it was going to catch the very front brown, and then it's wiggled its way through, but obviously not finishing that cluster.
Jack was unlucky there. Played that with good weight, but just unable to move the jack. Danger's still there though for Suffolk. Just needs to be a little bit higher than before. Just try and sit on that triangle of 3. Was slightly better, but I think the danger is still there, and I don't see Craig being short on this.
No, definitely not. But again, Suffolk have played a good end coming this way.
It's a solid end, but without having one bowl, probably exactly where you wanted one, which was just a fraction wider. And he'll be hoping he's not going to be 4 or 5 down after this bowl.
Looks like they've made their mind up on what they're going to try and do, which I think we know what they're going to try and do now. If it's not, as you said, on Craig's forehand here, trying to play that black onto the jack, I'd be very surprised. Well, I'm very surprised.
Maybe he's holding.
Maybe. I mean, I suppose there is danger as well.
I mean, I think
if it is only, I said, if he's holding or if there's only the 1 down, if he doesn't get a good contact on that jack, he could move it an inch or 2 and make it 3 or 4. But
I think you'd have had to overplay it to guarantee getting a 4 or a 5. So maybe he's just being a little cautious there.
Yeah, it looks like 1 brown from that angle. So Andy's
got
coming
a
in
better line.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, that's well bowled.
That's a good shot. Takes away the risk.
Well, I suspect if that is still just the 1, let's see if we can see. Move out the way, Jack. If that is still 1, I suspect that both teams would be fairly content, although Andy will have a shot to obviously make that a good few more.
Yes. It's a question whether, depending on what Craig does, whether Andy's got a shot on his backhand narrow just to shift that jack back to the back brown and maybe bring a couple of the backwoods in.
I don't really see a shot that Craig has here to attack this.
I think if he's 1 down, I think, well... So he's back playing his
You may be
forehand
trying to draw to the brown that's past the black. Oh, okay,
No.
he's stopping the shot on this hand. I mean, as we've spoken about already, it is tough on that other hand to play anything overweight. But you know, I mean, you don't have to be much overweight there to
just nudge it.
To nudge that. But they're looking this side of the carpet as well, so perhaps there's something that we don't see, Neil. Or perhaps we're going to be in trouble for the rest of the day for wrong shot selections.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time we've been accused of that.
Indeed.
He's playing it, so he must think he can.
Yeah,
he can improve the situation.
Can't see how he can make it worse. That looks light.
He's kept it narrow.
Yeah,
as you said, that side does swing just that little bit more.
You'll get a little bit of turn, so that looks like it's just the one to Suffolk. I believe that's just the one.
I think Suffolk will be happy with that end. Hertfordshire might be thinking that was a missed opportunity to potentially get a little bit of an early lead.
So we think that was just the one for Suffolk. We've sent our scoreboard runner off just to make sure. We'll leave it 4-3 to Suffolk for the time being, but we'll update that if needed. So again, let's see if this pattern stays the same, with Suffolk struggling coming this way and Hart struggling going the other way, but still early in the game. Both teams will be fairly happy. I think Suffolk will be happy with how they've settled, Neil. I think our guys will be a little bit disappointed that they've, not making the most of the home advantage on these early ends.
I think as the away team, after 4 ends, you just want to be in the game, feel like you've got the mats. That's a better bowl from Dave. Good line from Andy. Just a little shy.
4-3.
Yeah, Noel's confirmed. 4-3 to Suffolk. Good work, Noel.
Already with that brown on the backhand, it's becoming a one-sided game here. Just a case of if Suffolk can draw that jack off and just shift it in towards the back brown, they'll be in pole position on the end.
Yeah, as you can see from that shot, there is room to draw around the front black and get to the jack. I think that's all you have. I said that other hand's largely out of commission now, as you mentioned. This looks pretty good.
It's a better line, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that is a very good bowl.
Very well played.
And actually opens up both hands again now.
It does, yeah. I think for us, we're going to have to try down that other side.
I think it's play Suffolk shot before we do.
Indeed, and like I said, that jack there makes this hand more accessible, but you don't want to push this too wide because again, it will just tend to go out. This looks pretty good. Yeah. So it's cut it down to 1. I mean, it's pushed that jack into a position where it's at risk of being knocked off from the carpet. I don't even think we're going to get the end of the carpet on our other camera angle, which is annoying. So we'll have to stick with this one. This is where, when we have a change of ends, everyone stands in front of the only camera where we've got vision of the jack now as well.
The line was good on that, but
a long way
short.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we switch back onto the other hand here. There's probably less risk of taking the jack off on this side, and like I said, you'll get a truer turn.
It's just, if you're black here, it's get shot wood, draw as close as you can, put the away team under pressure.
Absolutely.
That's a good line.
Light. Is it going to get in for shot? It is.
It has,
just about.
But it's still a line around that one. It's certainly high enough.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
That's very good adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That is good. There is still room inside that if we do want to play the draw. Obviously, there's still that draw on the other hand, or we could even try and run that brown through. I mean, there's options, but let's see what Jack plays. What would you be playing here, Neil? Would you just be dropping inside on the draw?
I'd be looking at that draw, just try and drift. He hasn't got to do much more than his last bowl, does he? He's just pulled that one in a bit, though.
Oh, he's got the home advantage rub there. I think the brown's probably still shot.
Yeah, and I think if you're Andy, you're just playing slightly higher, just try and tuck that brown in, or just come around the top of it.
Yeah, we can't quite see the end of the carpet there, so we'll have to stick with this angle.
I think I'd certainly be sticking on that swinging side. As you said, if you don't quite know the weight on that straighter side, that's very easy to run that jack off.
Yeah, this is going to be the trouble here, I think. We're going to get some camera blockage.
I said that, Andy's playing his forehand.
I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I think, bearing in mind the brown is ready to go in on the backhand, and it's an easier hand.
I think he was trying to do that. Do you think that
I
was
think
just a short? Do you think it was just short on the draw there?
I think he was just trying to drop off that brown black. But with Craig here, I mean, Craig can be fairly positive, can't he? As you said, he got the opportunity just to drop the brown out, or actually rolled it out. Craig knows his mat, so I think he would have the option of both hands, where I think if I was Andy, I'd be playing the easier hand, which is a swinging hand.
They've made their mind up. Let's have a look. Looks like he's setting up to play the forehand.
That doesn't surprise me. If I feel I'm the home team, I'm a bit more confident on that hand.
I mean, I think with Jack's second wood, I mean, that's very good. We can't, unfortunately, see where that's finished.
Well, they're
but
clapping, so it
the
must
claps,
be shot.
yeah, I was going to say that must be pretty good. We've just got a bit of, I think it's Mickey's elbow there that's blocking the camera shot.
And there's your thing about saying if you go too wide, that hand, you lose it.
You try and push that wide, and the carpet or the floor, more than the carpet, will take it. Obviously, we can't really see where Craig's first wood ended up, so we don't know what options he has here. I mean, it feels like he could play the same wood again.
Just repeat the bowl.
But again, we don't know where that black finished up. Well, we assume that we're holding one black. Even that, or it was very generous applause for a decent
for a
second or third bowl.
Yeah, I felt like that one was going to be short.
Felt a little light. Well, there was some claps there, though, I think.
Sympathy claps?
Maybe. Yeah, we can't quite see this. We're going to have to adjust one of our cameras slightly, I think, here to make sure that when that Jack gets moved to the end of the carpet, we can.
Jack
we
just
can
put two up, so.
All right, okay, we'll take his word for it, shall we? So, just why we had the change of ends here, Neil. Generally speaking, from Suffolk's perspective, for the expectations for the day, what are you come in here looking to win, looking to keep it tight?
I think you're always looking to win. I think history says the last couple of matches here have been really close. I think probably 2016 either way. I think this year we've got a couple of newbies in the team who won't have played here before. So I think keeping it tight. If we were to lose, keeping it tight on a 2016, 1917, I don't think would be the worst result. But I think we are slightly hampered by our 21-15 against Cambridgeshire last time out. I think we would hope to have more, but Cambridge more than what they got.
Yeah, I think from our perspective,
that's a good start.
Yeah, well played. I think from our perspective, similar really. Obviously, we're looking to win today. We know that you've been a little bit more consistent against the other counties over the last few years. So we do feel that, you know, to give ourselves a real good shot of winning the league this year, you know, we have to win today. And you know, and if we could get to 22, you know, that would be
because that's quite a gap.
But yeah, you know, I think you know, if offered, we would take any kind of victory today again, especially after your match with Cambridgeshire, where, you know, after the start you made, we was expecting that winning margin to be a little bit wider.
I think also you've got 3 home games this season. We've got 3 away.
Yeah, that's true.
And 3 tough away games as well. Never easy at Essex, never easy at Bedfordshire. So at the start of the season, I think the odds are slightly in your favour just on the home and away split. But I think all counties are so used to bowling at the venues now that is there a massive home advantage for counties? Not a massive one, but there is still an advantage.
Yeah, that's a good shot there coming in from Mickey.
Looks like Stuart's got the bowls on his phone.
There's nothing like watching on a slightly delayed stream when you're literally sat there watching it live, is there?
That looked like good weight from Andy, just a little bit high.
Yeah, he's showing Simon.
Who's completely nonplussed by it.
Yeah, I couldn't see anyone who looked any less interested in anything.
I think if Andy bowls just slightly narrower this time, but with a similar weight, he's going to be close to that back black, and then Suffolk would have pole position in the end.
Stuart's got bored as well now. He's put his phone away.
Is he just a bit high again? Yeah.
I mean, this is a slightly strange game. I mean, no one's really, you know, they're almost taking it in turns. We'll have a good end, you have a good end. We'll have a good end, you have a good end. I mean, you'd expect one team to be, you know, getting this better of the carpet and, you know, controlling the heads. And although, you know, the other teams may win some of those heads, you'd expect there to be a team that's largely controlling the heads. But we've not yet seen that yet. And, you know, we're halfway through the match now.
I think if it carries on with this pattern, it feels like it's going to a last end decider unless one team
picks up a big
count,
or does find some control.
Yeah. That looks a slightly narrower line than before, but it's still just hanging a bit. Oh, we've got a nice touch.
That was a decent shot. It was in the area, wasn't it?
It was decent weight. But if Jack can bowl one that's fairly narrow, just nudge that Jack back a couple of inches. I think it's always tricky when you've got a new skip 3 combination. However good the players are, it's just getting used to how each other think. Not necessarily strengths and weaknesses, but just sort of tactical approaches.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, you know, Jason and Craig obviously both very good experienced skips, but you know, they play very different games. So this will be new for Jack. You know, he's played with Jason for a number of years now. So
yeah, I do feel sorry for him.
Yeah, no, like I said, we felt like he'd had enough punishment, and we couldn't put him through another season of it.
So Suffolk probably holding one here, and Jack was just a bit high with that bowl down that straight side. I'm thinking that Suffolk need a backward in here, get within a foot behind the Jack, because you know that Jack's going to be trying to plant that Jack backwards.
Yeah, it'll take a good wood, I think, to get a decent back position here, because what the tendency will be that you won't get it as wide as you need to be, and it will kind of turn and, you know, go across towards the opposite corner as we look at the screen here. So
and we certainly don't, from a Suffolk perspective, we don't want that outside brown turning, because as soon as that Jack gets stuck behind those 3 blacks, that's going to be difficult to move.
So let's see what line this comes out on. See, I don't think this is going to be wide enough to...
Depends on weight.
To hold.
Yeah, just needed a bit more to get around that.
And then again, I think, you know, the speed to get a decent back position on that line, I think it would have turned across. But it's, you know, it's in the area.
I think we can expect Craig to come down on his backhand, either play off that black that's jack high, or play onto the shot brown, just to nudge that jack back. In the area. Again, just that fraction high, wasn't it? And it wasn't coming back.
It's not easy down there.
So I'm thinking if Suffolk are holding one here, well, Craig may have a running shot on his forehand to play the jack to the two blacks to the right.
Through the two browns.
Yeah, so yeah. I'm not sure he's got a shot on his backhand anymore. So, Andy must think he has, because I think he's trying to close that off.
Yeah, he's still blocking that backhand side.
I'd say that's reasonably good.
I think the reminder at the start of the day not to block the cameras has fallen on largely deaf ears.
Oh, it's like he could hear us.
Stay there.
Don't move. Oh, no.
Let's have a look. What side Craig's playing? So he's playing his forehand.
I think he'll be playing those two outside browns onto the jack, try and shift that jack to the right. No, he's not. What do we know? Ooh, I think he may have taken his closest wood out.
Still looks like it's probably just the one.
Yeah. I don't think we want to be turning those browns over, because you play that too hard and you could be in a whole heap of trouble. So I think it's wide draw on the forehand,
steady draw.
Just try and get all the way back to the centre of the mat and sit in behind. Oh no, we've taken it. I think it would have been worth a wide draw there. I can't see how you could have given it away if you'd have gone very wide, but
no, I think if you played it on a line where you was never going to get back to the jack. But again, maybe they're just...
It's a close game. You don't exactly don't be giving any ground.
And again, they've probably seen enough gremlins in the carpet already to not know, they don't know that, chuck it out wide, it might get extra turn. They don't know that, do they? So, probably not the worst decision I've ever seen.
I think when you're playing that first game away from home and you don't have anything to fall back on, you've not sat there and watched the mat, I think you do have a tendency to be a little bit cautious in that first game.
No, absolutely.
Well, both leads have gone far too narrow to start with. Not covered themselves in glory there. It's odd, isn't it, that the lead seems to be playing the swinging hand coming this way and then the straighter hand going the other way, where the weights would be completely different.
Yeah, that may be because they both have a preference to their backhand, potentially.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't think it from these two bowls that Dave's done. Change to your forehand, Dave.
But then it looks like he's half closed off that forehand again. Andy's gone a bit higher. Yeah, that's a good bowl. Very good bowl from Andy.
I wouldn't have thought there's too many number twos playing at county level that have got more experience or ability than Andy.
Yeah, I agree. We played Suffolk triples last Sunday and he led for me. And he had a really, really good day.
Yeah. It's just I spoke to Andy about that earlier. He said it was just the skip that let him down ultimately.
That's fair. That is fair. Question is, if we can get one down that forehand and sit on that jack, we can control the end from here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll come back.
Can you get back from there?
It'd have to be on very
we're trying, but again, we've just gone a bit high, I think.
Yeah, you see, it just gets to that bit, and that was slightly overweight, but again, you almost could see there on the floor where it just kicks out. So we're sticking with this backhand side.
Just in case to be in the area. Just get one close, isn't it? If you're black here.
Yeah, that's pretty good from Mickey. Brown still holds, but that's a better decent second.
Yeah, looks like Andy's just going to come around it. If you get one just behind it, at least you've got the ability to play the forehand then and just tap it back a little bit, but he's gone narrow. As you said before, nobody's showing any signs of really dominating this game, are they? It's very to and fro.
It's very strange. It's almost like you have a turn, we have a turn, you have a turn, we have a turn.
Which I think is good from Suffolk's perspective,
because
you want to be in the game.
You don't want the home team taking charge and you being out of the game 4 or 5 ends into it. Having said that, I think both teams will still be quite content, considering Suffolk picked up that 3 on that first end, and Hertfordshire got themselves back level.
It's making that head wider, isn't it, on that forehand? But it does feel there's one around it.
So I assume Jack was trying to come round the brown.
I think so. We're playing down the narrow side. I just think it's so weight crucial down there, and to me that looks high already. It's just a long way back, and it's not the worst finish. But if you're looking to draw that jack on the forehand, you've got to be close to those short bowls, haven't you?
Yeah, you have. You absolutely have. And like I said, I think there's been a tendency as well to be heavy on that side. I mean, jacks, that's about as good an effort.
Yeah, which showed actually it's got back to the middle of the mat.
It has.
Proves it's possible with the right weight. But
I do think there's part of that floor where you'll get turned when it gets past a certain point. Like if that had been 2 foot lighter, I'm still not convinced that would turn back to the jack.
That's good knowledge. I've made a note of that for my game.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you know it or not. You've still got to execute, and I'm fairly confident you won't. So let's have a look.
Given that a chance.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's not the worst effort.
Yeah, no, that's probably the best effort we've seen down that side. And I know that sounds a little silly, considering that was probably 12, 16 inches short of the jack, but
it forces Craig
as you can see there. I mean, that doesn't look easy from the overhead shot there. I mean, if he gets it on this hand,
everything's got to be absolutely.
It's got to be. It's got to be
crucial. It's gone high, but starting to work back. But as you said, never looked like coming back inside that brown.
And the speed looked good there. But like I said, the line.
I think from Andy's perspective, he's got to risk hitting his last bowl, be narrow, risk hitting that, knowing that you're going to be short and stopping Craig coming in, which is what he's done. And he's made it a bit wider again.
I think he's made that too.
I mean, you think the best Craig can do is just creep past Andy's bowl, finish jack high, maybe nick the shot.
I'm wondering if he gets to the brown and drops there. Would he be close for shot?
Is he looking at the black-brown plant on the other hand on the basis that jack might go the other side of that brown? I'm not sure the angle.
No,
the angle
to be honest,
like
I think you could probably draw that on the backhand side. I'll probably come back and draw around that black and brown. But again, neither hand is easy.
And in a tight game, that's the low risk shot, isn't it? You certainly don't want to be punching that jack back an inch and giving Suffolk 2.
It looks like he's trying, but he's just over. Yeah. He's just over on speed. It's a decent effort.
Yeah. And the to and fro continues.
Yeah.
With Suffolk nicking a shot on that end.
I think we've called this from a long way out now. This has got last end shootout written all over it, hasn't it?
I think if you're Suffolk here, you're looking to get in early. Try and just build a head that you can maybe protect. Go into the last end with a couple of shots lead, and then you've got something to play with. But neither lead have really dominated. But that looks like a good start.
Again, the theme continues. They're both playing that backhand side, up and down the hall.
he's got good. Well, he's got jack high weight, but just a bit wide. Got a good line again.
Yeah, I was going to say, and again, you know, I'm giving you far too much information here, but as you'll see from that wood anyway, it's easier on that side when the jack's off the line, coming down the hole, because if you play the narrow line, it will turn across, and if you play slightly wider, it will hang. So getting back to the centre line is actually probably the hardest part there.
I don't think Craig will be happy with that.
No, I don't think he will. I don't think Dave will be either. We didn't see any arm throwing or
block throwing.
No, but I'm sure that's still to come. As you can see there, nothing particularly close at the moment.
I think,
but the Browns are positioned in a much better place.
I think Andy Villa can come down narrow on his backhand. Just nudge that brown in closer to the jack. Is it there? It was on a good track, but that's probably closed that hand off. So it's first come first served on the forehand now.
Like it's on a better track. Yeah, that's finished nicely.
Craig will be happy with that. It's got a backward in, gives us something to play with.
Fancy Andy to get this fairly close. Just behind the jack would be what he's looking for.
It looks a little narrow.
No, done. Perfect commentator's
that
curse.
Is,
yeah,
don't be saying that.
That was great work. I don't fancy this one to be too close.
Actually, you're not wrong.
No, I've got that one bang on the money.
Again, it's following a theme of the previous ends. Nobody really wants to dominate an end.
No, as those ends tick by, each bowl becomes more and more crucial.
Tried for a higher line and went too far. I expect Jack to be close for this.
So do I. I'm not even going to go commentator's curse. I do expect Jack to get this close. You know, he knows the carpet, he knows the line he needs to be on. That does look a bit thin, though.
It does, doesn't it? Oh, he's well.
Okay.
It's jack high at best, isn't it? But somebody's just got to pitch that higher line and just get it back to the middle of the mat. I think the line was better, but nobody wants to win this end.
Jason looks like he's finished his game, which is ridiculous.
He's motored through it.
I mean, he doesn't tend to hang around, but he is quick.
It might just have snuck in, but it's still all to play for.
So it looks like that middle carpet is the one that's finished. We're going to send our runner off shortly to get an update on the scores on the carpets. Go on, Noel. If you can get an update on the scores, that'd be great. On the other two carpets.
And a Suffolk win would be good.
Jason walked over very
very
positively.
I would say.
My money's on a Hertfordshire win.
I think my money's on a Hertfordshire win. And I can't read. Is that Matt skipping on the? I can't read. Is that Matt skipping on the far mat?
Matt
I can't read his body language. So
he generally looks pretty miserable throughout, doesn't he? Whether he's in front or behind. So
Andy had a good line there, but just a foot too heavy. I mean, if anybody's going to get a count on this end, it's going to be Hertfordshire.
None of them want to get it out there, do they?
No, they don't.
I mean, Craig will be the first to say it. That was pretty poor from him.
If I bowled that bowl, he would be ripping into me now.
Well, what you'd have got there from Craig if he was sat watching either of us, it'd have been well bowled, Neil, well bowled, Pete. You know, it would have been absolutely,
But I think Andy knew, well, it's difficult to see how many blacks that is, but he's certainly got a better line. But is he reaching? No, again.
No, he's not there either.
That is a very, well, it's a poor end.
It's a little bit more understandable from Andy's perspective because the brown is holding and he's probably,
doesn't want to move
trailing
the
that jack.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Craig's got everything to gain here, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. This could be the game right here.
He's never going to move that jack far enough that brings the back two browns into play, but he's only got to draw it and lose it.
Thinking. Maybe he's just trying to, get in his mind, am I just drawing for shot here or am I trying to trail the jack?
And 9-3 to Suffolk and 12-2 to Suffolk.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's not
well
good
done,
news
Niall.
for Hertfordshire.
That's really good, Niall. Well done.
So this, with Suffolk looking like they're going to take victories in both those games, and this
becomes very important.
Becomes very, very important.
You're right about Matt's body language then.
Yeah, but we were very much wrong about Jason's positive.
Maybe it was more annoyance than positivity.
Maybe it was more of a stomp.
Maybe he wants Jack back as his number 3. Who is Jason? Number 3?
No one would want that.
Well, he's got a better line. Yeah, I mean, that's the bowl that they've all been looking for.
One, and he's signalling one, which they all seem to be in
Andy
agreement with.
would be too disappointed with that if it is only one.
I think it is just a one. So,
our prediction of a last end shootout
isn't quite there because we've got 2 to play, but we are certainly on track for this being very close come the last end. So we're on the 8th end, 6-6. It's a pretty good start from Dave. Again, he's a little bit narrow.
Yeah, but
no one seems to be wanting to get it out on the
He got his weight better that time, but he dropped a few short coming up towards this end. It feels like Tony has probably just edged the Leeds battle, but not by much. Yeah, that's a good bowl.
That's a very good start. That's a very good start.
I mean, as a skip, you want it just behind, but you at least want one in the area to start with. Certainly when the scoreline's 6-all. Dave's gone back short again.
I mean,
and close the forehand off again.
That's on a good track again.
It is. Again, we're going to get back to behind the jack because there's one thing that Andy be looking for is a backward now. Yeah, that's not bad. It could have been a little bit further, but there's a lead just settled for that. Two within a foot comfortably.
Mickey's got that on a good line.
It's not going to be short with this one, is he?
Quick. Gets inside the... Yeah, that's okay.
Andy Gill would be looking just to follow that one. Just ideal would he just drop off that black and sit in behind. Certainly don't want to be edging the jack out towards that black to the left.
He's certainly got this one wide enough.
Just a bit shy on weight. Looked like the line was good for the job.
But again, I mean, the theme continues. No one is taking a firm grip of this game.
That looks narrow again. That looks narrow. Nobody wants to win this game.
They don't. Shake hands, they draw.
I mean, if Suffolk have got positive results in the other 2 games, a draw is not the worst result in this game, and against Craig as well.
No, I mean,
but
the if you do manage to pick 5, 6, or even 4, even 4 is a good start. But
I always
5 or 6 from the first session.
As an away team in a county match, I just want to get points on the board in the first session, even if it's only 2 points on the board. Because suddenly if you don't, and then you have a poor second session, your day
absolutely.
is nearly almost
Yeah.
over after 2 sessions.
Yeah, I said if those, it looks like the other match has finished as well now. As you can see, you can't see any bowls coming down on the third carpet there. So
We'll send Niall out in a minute.
no,
Score on the other net.
Score updates, please.
Well done, Niall.
Let's hope he was mistaken first time round and
Let's hope
Hertfordshire
he
have won
wasn't.
those first 2 matches. Well, I hope
Wow.
there's been some miracle 6 or 7 to get us back into the other
I
one.
mean, if you're black here, you're just looking to dead draw that jam. I know it's easier said than done, but you are just looking to dead draw. You want to play Suffolk shot before they do.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see it there better from the overhead. There's still a lot of space on that side near the spectators. If you get it right, if you get it really, I mean,
Again,
that's tight.
Unless he's meant to play through that.
Well,
Wow. The way that came down, that felt like he meant to play through that.
Like you said,
There's a measure, so it's not done.
Oh, they're measuring up the other end. Okay, that's why we can't see bowls coming down. The scores though?
9-3 to Suffolk.
Oh, okay.
Well done, Niall. Well, we've tried to play a similar shot here. We've just about got away with that. But having said that, we may have got 2 shots, but I think you're now in pole position with that back black.
It certainly looks 2. But yeah, anything through that channel.
I mean,
anything between the 2 blacks.
Yeah, as long as you're not playing it too hard.
Yeah, as long as you're not hitting either of those 2 blacks, so to the left and right of the centre line.
You could almost play it too narrow. Play off the second shot.
Yeah.
You may end up moving the jack to the right, which will be even better.
It's a huge target, isn't it?
It's almost like a target that he couldn't miss.
Yeah, indeed. Let's have a look.
Here we go.
Well, we said it's a big target.
And without striking that front black, he'd probably got it.
But Craig won't be happy with that.
No.
I mean, he's probably cut one out.
Possibly.
But he won't be happy because, I mean, it's made it difficult to push. I mean, you're going to have to almost force the jack through now. I mean, the 2 blacks look like they're planting the jack through.
Yeah, I think that's
or
you catch the jack as much
jack
as you can see
and come through.
You'll squeeze through it.
Yeah.
I think the way Andy was signing there, it felt like they're looking to put one short. Stop Craig playing exactly that sort of shot.
Let's have a look, see if we can see.
See, what's he playing?
I think he's.
I can't think.
He's going across the other hand.
That's
a strange.
That's a strange shot, given that
we've not
we
seen
know
anything,
that's. I mean, if he's
anything,
I think he was hoping to get inside that short black and almost probably sit in the middle of the mat as a bit of a deflector. But
I think he could have played that from the other hand.
Yeah, I think
could
he
have played. I mean, anything drawing the other hand, even short spot territory would have been.
I think when he was chatting to his number 3, he was talking about dropping one short on that swinging hand, and that felt
out of it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I think they were trying to do that, but play it from the other hand. But it never felt you were going to get back across the other side of the mat.
No.
As you say, Craig can just be. I think Craig's either got to commit to the 2 blacks on a plant, or he's got to commit to playing inside. Anything between the 2 is not getting him a result.
Yeah, I think I would. What would you be playing in? Would you be playing the 2 blacks?
I think I'd be playing the 2 blacks because I think if I'm trying to play inside it, I've only got to catch one of those 2 blacks and I'm getting nothing.
Yeah,
so I'm playing outside it.
And if you play for the 2 blacks and catch the blacks, you could still rub off and get a fluky result.
Yeah.
But I think no matter what he does here, he'll be positive into this.
Yeah.
This is the last bowl, isn't it? Suffolk won the previous end, is that right? Oh no, we won the previous end. So Andy has one to
He's got one to retrieve.
Let's just have a quick check. Yeah, you can see the wood in the corner there that Andy still has the bowl. Okay, so still 9-3. Right. Okay.
That makes this bowl even bigger then. Well, he's gone narrow, which is. But if he catches anything short there,
I'm surprised.
A little surprised, but
he
has saved a shot. Question is, can Andy play a shot? I mean, Andy can play Craig's shot, play to the inside 2 blacks, drop back in. It's low risk, as long as he doesn't play the. Again, chosen not to bowl it. I think I would have played narrow on that and had a go.
Well, Jason's just joined the room.
Are you happy, Jason?
We thought with your purposeful walkover with a scorecard you'd won, but we hear otherwise.
It was not good.
Oh,
okay.
Good job we weren't commentating on that one then.
It was.
When you, if you do go and watch this back, you'll hear that for the majority of the time, me and Neil have been saying how lucky Jack is to have escaped you as your number 3. And we are still live on comms, by the way.
Please don't swear.
Please don't swear.
Right, so last end, 7-6 Suffolk, and it has felt like one of those games that was always going to the last end with neither team having much of an advantage.
And what would you say is it's just been absolutely amazing commentary that we called that out from
Well,
pretty much the second or third end?
I think it's going to be difficult for commentators coming in and out to live up to what's just gone on before.
Yeah, we're probably best just calling it quits after this first session.
If I go and have a word with Sally, get someone to take my place and I'll just stay here and we'll do the same.
I think the team you're bowling with will probably be quite happy
They'll be
with that
thankful
as well.
with that, yeah. Adam can skip, he'll be happy with that. Right, so let's see how this last end's going to play out. Well, I think I'm right in saying that's probably the first time that Tony's had to play his forehand on the swinging side because he's bowled that narrow side the whole way through.
And it's not in the worst place. I mean, he would have wanted it closer than that, but we've seen pretty much every end that Jack has moved, and here it goes. Nope.
No. And if anything, teams have struggled on this forehand to draw a middle Jack.
They have.
So it may well be first come, first served here. That again just looks a bit narrow.
And light.
Yeah. And it's completely closed off that backhand. I think the backhand was on before, and I'm a little surprised we probably didn't play down to that black.
Yeah, that's true. And judging by that one, we might have to retract what we said about Andy earlier.
I think we might. No, he's got another bowl to come. He'll redeem himself. I'm confident.
This looks pretty good. In fact, that's better than pretty good.
What's gone on before. Yeah.
I thought that was going to sit kind of on the jack, but it just slid across the face.
And if it had, that would have made it quite difficult. Is that better?
It's definitely better.
Yeah, that's a good bowl from Andy. I did say he'd redeem himself, and he has.
Yeah. Okay, Mickey.
Shy. Just, it's fallen out. It's going to take someone just to give it that green. I know we're saying this, we've got to go on this mat and play later, but something to give it some green and try and get back to that long jack spot and sit in behind the jack. It's a better line.
Yeah, it's a much better bowl.
But again, it's still going inside the jack.
Yeah, it is. This feels important, this bowl. If we want to think about winning this game and picking up a 2, this feels like it has to be a good one from Jack.
No pressure, Jack.
It looks like he's out on a okayish track, but again, it's slipping inside the jack. I mean,
they're all following the same track,
it's
aren't
in
they?
for shot.
And actually, your furthest black looks the best bowl on the mat at the moment.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, if you play, it feels like one good bowl from here. Any kind of tucking that jack into those browns, and it's going to be very difficult for us. I mean, that's
it's going to take some shot from Andy. He's going to have to take some shot from Andy to move the jack back there, and he's one down, hopefully knowing that the other 2 games are Suffolk wins. If I'm Andy here, I'm thinking if I get out of this game with a draw from where I'm sitting right now, it's not the worst outcome. And actually, a draw might be a fair reflection on the game.
No, I don't think either team has done enough to take the win or deserve the win. You feel like any Suffolk bowl here, trail it, just a slight trail on the jack. Even if you're resting that black, you're making it very, very difficult. Yeah. Very difficult. So this feels like an important bowl here from Jack.
He's gone higher. Arguably too high.
Yeah.
Well,
Stuart's clapping, but
what it does do, I guess, I can't think that Andy would have been bold enough to try and shift that jack 2 feet back to the back of the mat.
Especially when we've just mentioned that resting that black is almost effectively guaranteeing a draw at worst. But this looks like it's on a good line.
Yep. It's going to be weight crucial.
Perhaps we were wrong, Neil. Because all of a sudden, that black is very much in play. That looks like that
could be 2. Well, I would say if Craig sits on this, it's close to game over, unless he sits right on it and gives Andy a shot to plant.
What Craig would want to do here is just trowel that jack an inch or so. and then that makes it very
yeah,
very
or
difficult.
be a couple of inches short of the jack.
Yeah, that would work as well. I mean, you can't quite see if that brown's coming up. That's closest to the long spot. But let's have a look. That doesn't look like it's there.
I think it. Oh, he's moved the brown closer, but has it moved it closer than the back black? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that brown was any closer than the short brown was anyway. But we know that Andy's got a draw on his forehand to get to the back black to at least cut it down to 1. Ooh, I'd say that black may well now be closer than that short brown.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
On the angles, it's difficult to see.
But if the back one's in, then it's
Either way, Craig's got a risk-free draw on his forehand. Even if he's not holding 2, he's got a risk-free draw on his forehand.
He's down to bowl.
Yeah.
So
I think if he's down that quickly, he's probably got 2 in there.
Let's have a look. This looks a bit pacey, is it? Oh no, that's definitely in.
Definitely
well played, Craig.
I think it's a question of whether that's 2, 3, 4, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the game has won, irrespective of how many that is, because Hearts were just the 1 shot behind. So that's a victory for Hertfordshire, but Suffolk have won the other 2 games. So 4-2.
I think Suffolk will be happy with that. Yeah. I think if we can do something similar in the next session,
I think they will be.
It's game on for the rest of the day.
So we'll be back shortly with commentary on the second session. So thanks for joining us, and stick around and join us for the next match.